Meet Terry, our tractor. We have two tractors, Tom and Terry, and they both came to us in very bad shape, and they're now in great shape. In fact, a farmer just said to me, and I'm not a farmer, but I live in this beautiful South Island of New Zealand where the farmers are tough and the country is extreme, and the quote was, "Your tractors look really tidy. They're in great shape." And isn't that a beautiful thing for somebody to say to you? You look really tidy, you're in great shape, particularly when you're really old and particularly when you didn't used to look so good. And that's an interesting question that I've asked every day or most days, and I love to have a very positive and awesome answer for, which is it doesn't matter where you are at the moment physically, even mentally. Doesn't matter how old you feel, doesn't matter how old you look. Can you look and feel better? Can you look and feel young again? And the physiology is on our side. Isn't that awesome? K-Man invested a lot of time. That's my gorgeous husband. We call him the tractor refurber now because he's made these tractors look amazing. But he, with tender loving care and time and effort, he turned a very ugly tractor into something that looks really cool in my garden. It's awesome. Isn't that beautiful or isn't it exciting that you can do that with the human body? So it doesn't matter how overweight you are, it doesn't matter how many years you've been smoking, it doesn't matter how unwell you are, you can always, physiologically, you can get that sorted mentally and physically. Because the human body is designed, it's the driving force for the human body is to survive, but not just to survive, but to thrive, because if you just look at it logically, we're designed to reproduce and keep the human race going. And obviously you want great people to keep the human race going, healthy, fit, strong people to keep the human race going. So the design of the human body is to be in great shape, to be healthy, to live long so that you can reproduce. Aha, not good for me because I haven't reproduced at all, so the Mother Nature's probably not very happy with me. But she'd be bloody happy with me because I've been given this human body that I look after. I'm very privileged. I don't have to refurb my body because I've looked after it all of my life. But that was only because of a very special experience that happened to me, and I'm grateful for all horrible experiences. And sometimes when I share this experience, people say to me, "That's pretty horrible." When I was 10 years of age, somebody told me that I was fat. And I was. My father was a fantastic cook. I didn't particularly like sport at school. I wasn't particularly good at it. So I was overweight. And I looked in the mirror and I said, it was just the truth. It wasn't emotional. The woman wasn't trying to be nasty to me. She just said, "You're fat. You're 10 years of age and you're fat." And I was. So the very next day, I looked in the mirror that night after, it was actually my brother's girlfriend. They left, I looked in the mirror and said, "Yeah, you are." And I started exercising at 10 years of age. And this is kind of weird because when I say weird, other people think it's weird, I don't. I haven't missed a day of exercise since I was 10 years of age. The reason it's not weird is I've also brushed my teeth every day since I was 10. I've had a bath or a shower every day since I was 10. I've eaten food every day. I've breathed air every day. I've worn clothes every day. For me, exercise has just been a part of my life, something I do every single day, which means that when I'm an old lady like I am now, I'm very privileged to be in a position where I don't have to refurb my body because I've just gotten fitter and stronger and healthier as I've gotten older. But my driving force for that is that because I had that awesome experience at 10, what if that woman hadn't said that to me? What if I just continued on and I'd gotten fatter, I'd put on more weight? What happens to your headspace when that happens? I'm just really privileged that happened to me. I took it on board the right way and I became a healthy, fit, strong human being. So that became, of course, my driving force to be an exercise professional and help other people to feel as good as I did. Now, there's an interesting disconnect in that story. From the age of 10 to the age of 13, I didn't know how to exercise. I just did maybe what I saw on television, but we didn't have a television at our house, so maybe I saw it on other people's televisions. But I just got on the floor and I did side leg raises and donkey kicks and sit-ups and bicycles and all the things that I saw other people do on the floor. which of course is a very inefficient and ineffective way to exercise. I didn't know that because I didn't know anatomy and physiology. I just started moving. So nothing really changed with my body for 3 years. I didn't really lose any weight. I felt a bit better because I was doing something. But obviously the body's not designed to be on the ground. The human body's designed to work in the upright position. And at the age of 13, and I tell this story with excitement and passion because it changed my life, I went to a private boarding school in Melbourne where you couldn't listen to you couldn't listen to rock music and you couldn't dance. They were against the law. This private boarding school said, no, if you do either of those things, you won't go to heaven. Well, we had this rainy day, and I call it free water out of the sky day in Melbourne, and the whole school, which was normally off to do sport, came in to do what the school had organised as aerobics. Now known as group exercise. And these two people came to our school and we did exercise to music. Now, it was a very long time ago. They put a tape in a tape deck and we moved around. We did star jumps and grapevines and side steps and I just felt like we were dancing to music. I was 13 years of age. I'll never forget it. And it changed my life. And my father had sent me to that boarding school to become a lawyer. I went home to my dad that afternoon and I said, Dad, I'm not going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a fitness instructor. I didn't know what an exercise professional was then. I just wanted to teach exercise. Now, my father could speak 7 languages fluently and he swore at me in all 7. You're not going to be an exercise instructor. You're going to be a lawyer. And in his defence, that wasn't a career path. There was no career path for people who wanted to teach exercise, except that I knew there was, because the people that had come to our school to teach us exercise had been paid to do that. And just as a very fun side note, the guy was wearing a full black unitard with a red headband and red flop socks, and the lady was wearing a full red lycra unitard with a black headband and black flop socks, and they both had white Reeboks on, and I'll never forget that because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And what's been really funny is that style of dress has come in and out of fashion over the last 55 years or whatever. So I went to my school principal and I said, Sir, those people that taught us exercise, I would like to teach the school exercise. How much did you pay those people to do that? He said $30. I said, I'll do it for $25. Now, I only had 2 small challenges. I didn't know how to teach group exercise. And I was quite bullied at school, I knew that the whole school hated me because a survey had gone around my school, which was a simple survey on paper. If you like Rowie, tick yes, and if you don't like Rowie, tick no. And 450 pieces of paper had come back to me a few weeks earlier to say, we all hate you. So I only had these 2 small challenges, didn't know how to teach group exercise, and the whole school hated me. But I'm sharing that with you because isn't it interesting that when you're passionate about something, when you want to do something, you can. So the next free water out of the sky day, I got to teach group exercise. The school paid me $25 to do it. Wow, at 13 years of age. And that became my life. And I don't know whether I can't change my life story. I ran away from home at 14 and 9 months. I moved to Sydney. I started teaching group exercise for a living, and it's been my life ever since. And it's been my driving force because I want people to feel as good as I did that day. So I had been exercising since 10 on the ground, didn't feel so good, exercised in the upright position, got puffed, loved the experience of exercising hard in the upright position, and it made me feel fantastic. And I knew that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I have. I've never done anything else. I've been a fitness instructor, group exercise instructor, gym manager, personal trainer, because that's what I used to call myself back then. I've managed health clubs all over the world. I've been a consultant to thousands of fitness businesses and other people's businesses because I've had success in business. And now I'm standing here in the South Island of New Zealand with a gorgeous tractor, wanting to share with you that whatever position you're in at the moment, I'm just privileged because my life has been driven by being healthy. But all the people that I've worked with, literally thousands, and I might even go to the point and say hundreds and thousands of people where I've had an influence because I've been a professional speaker, I've spoken at conferences all over the world, I've been an educator now for 15 plus years. I've been involved with a lot of people. And when you're an exercise professional and when you are an educator and when you are the owner of an education college that specialises in being healthy, fit and strong, people talk to you and ask advice for their human body. Please, can you get me back into shape? Or please, can you help me be healthy? Or please, I don't like the way I look and feel. Please, can you help? And I want to share with you that everything from anorexia, bulimia, and exercise bulimia, obesity, morbid obesity, depression, cancer, coronary heart disease, type 2 diabetes, old age, doesn't matter what you throw at me, exercise will make all of those better, if not prevent and cure them. And that's been my personal experience. That's what the medical professionals around the world are now saying. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how sick you are. It doesn't matter how out of shape you are. You can turn all of that around. This tractor arrived at our house. It was rusty, dirty, didn't work, looked really ugly, and now it looks amazing. Now, I don't know how it feels on the inside. It's a tractor. But the human body, when it exercises, yes, it looks good on the outside, but it feels amazing on the inside. And that's what I want for everybody. So, of course, the question is, how do I look good? How do I feel good? And does it have to be hard? Does it have to be complicated? And it's as simple as this. This tractor, we just painted it and it looks better. It's even more simple because exercise, that took a long time. To clean that tractor and to paint it took a long time. To make a change in the human body, are you ready for this? The phosphate system, which is the energy system inside every human body designed for us to survive, to keep us alive. Remember, that's what the human body is designed to do, stay alive. The phosphate system, you might have heard it as the fight and flight system. So if your body's under threat, your body says, go, run, or turn, fight. And your body produces all the chemicals, all the neurotransmitters in your brain. Every part of your body is now ready to sprint or to fight, and it can. And that system is the one that keeps us young. It's the one that helps our immune system to get stronger. It's the one that changes the chemistry in our brain. It's the one that keeps our muscle fibers, particularly our fast twitch muscle fibers. It keeps them firing. One of the reasons we get old is we slow down. But do we get old because we slow down, or do we slow down and that makes us get old? A lot of people, because they're chronologically older, they stop sprinting, they stop playing their sport, they stop jumping, they stop kicking, they stop doing the things that keep their fast twitch muscle fibers firing. So those muscle fibers waste away. So this old tractor that thought it was dead and thought it was never going to look good again, we turned it around because we just invested some time into it. But the human body doesn't need a lot of time. 10 seconds of high intense activity and you'll produce all of those neurochemicals. Now, you could do a 45-minute session of exercise where you do 10 seconds, get your breath back, 10 seconds, get your breath back. Or you could do 10 seconds of high intense activity and then go and wash the dishes and go to work and play with the kids and come back and do another 10 seconds. But if throughout the day you are putting 10 seconds worth of high intense phosphate energy activity into your body, you are now regenerating every single part of your body. To get fit, you've got to get puffed. And to get puffed, it's the phosphate system. When you put in 100% effort, you can only go for 10 seconds. After that, you get into the lactate system, which produces lactic acid, which gives you a burning sensation, makes you feel a bit sick. I don't like working in that system. And the aerobic system, which is the third energy system, to me, that's just far too slow. Long, slow, boring to get long, slow results. Not interested in that. LSR equals, or long, slow distance equals long, slow results. LSD equals LSR. Keep that in mind, because I don't want either of those. Long, slow distance equals long, slow results. I want fast results. I want to feel good straight away. And if I feel crappy, if I don't have any energy, I want to feel really good straight away. So that's the important thing about the phosphate system. 10 seconds, high intensity, and you are fired up. All the chemistry in your body changes, including the chemistry that turns your body back into a high-performing machine. So if you want to look good and you want to feel good and you think it's not possible, it is. Isn't that exciting? And it doesn't take hours and hours. You don't have to go to the gym for hours. You don't have to do 3 sets of 10, 15 exercises and spend hours at the gym. You've got to get puffed to get fit. You've got to lift heavy to get strong. And when I say lift heavy, your muscles are blind and they can't count. So I'm standing out here in the middle of the South Island of New Zealand, where my ultimate workout, strength training workout, has been to lift rocks, logs, wheelbarrows full of gravel, wheelbarrows full of sand, wheelbarrows full of rocks. It's been an amazing experience where I haven't had to use the gym because my muscles have been overloaded by my environment. So you can lift a bag of books, you can lift a child. There are farmers here who lift sheep, or lambs who then become sheep, and that's why they get stronger. The human body just gets stronger from overload. So the only difference between fitness and strength, fitness you get puffed, you can get puffed again as soon as you get your breath back. You can just go again because the phosphate system recovers really quickly when you get puffed. Your muscles are a bit different though. They require, because when you lift heavy, you break down muscle fibers, they require it to recover from the workout, to regenerate, fix up again, and to supercompensate, get stronger. And that's again the phosphate system. So if a wild animal is chasing you, or if you are being chased by a wild tribe of people and you've got to sprint away, and or you've got to turn and fight, your body has to be stronger for next time. So if you overload your muscles and you break down the muscle fibers, you've got to get stronger for next time in case the wild animal is bigger or in case the tribe is bigger. You've got to get fitter for next time so you can run faster, and your brain has to work better. And that's the really cool thing, because when you get puffed in the phosphate system, when you lift heavy in the phosphate system, so that's 100% effort when you're lifting, 100% effort when you're sprinting, your brain changes. The chemicals in your brain force your brain to think differently. That's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is fertilizer for your brain. So the whole package works beautifully. Get puffed takes 10 seconds. Lift as heavy as you can, use as many muscles as you can at the same time. So big exercises for big results. So of course the ultimate exercise is to pick up a big rock, log, child, something off the ground. So you bend down, pick it up. Keep it close to your body because it's safer. You don't want to hurt any of the joints in your body. You use every muscle and bone, ligament, tendon and joint. You fire up your endocrine system. You fire up your hormonal system. You then don't have to do that again until that's recovered. Now, how do you know that your skeletal and muscular system, endocrine system and central nervous system have recovered? You can lift heavier. You've gotten stronger. And that's a simple test. How do I know when to train, Rowie? How the hell do I know? The only time to go back and lift heavy again is when you can lift heavier. If you're lifting the same weight, you're not getting stronger. You might lift the same weight more times, but that's not getting stronger. That's just lifting the same weight more times. We only get stronger with overload, and overload means I've got to lift more than I did last time. And that could be, depending on your lifestyle, that might take 5 days, it might take 7 days, it might take 10 days, depending on how heavy you lift. The heavier you lift, the longer it's going to take to recover from the workout, regenerate the muscle, and supercompensate. And supercompensate is the time when you're getting stronger. So if you want to be fit and you want to be strong and you want to turn your whole body around, if you want to have an overhaul, if you want to have a makeover, if you want to look good again and feel good again if you don't at the moment, or if you feel good at the moment, you want to stay that way for the rest of your life, could it be a really good idea to get fit and get strong? Get puffed to get fit, lift heavy to get strong. Now, Terry, my tractor, he's going to require some maintenance. Every so often we're going to have to paint him again. We're going to have to touch up his paintwork. That's what strength training is. Every so often you have to lift heavy to tune up your body to make sure that you can puff hard. The only way you can go harder with your puffing is to have strong muscles and bones to do it. So yes, please, be fit, be strong. Inspire the other people in your life to be fit and strong, because what would our world be like if everybody was fitter and stronger? That's what Romax exists for, to make sure that that process is simple. I hate that the exercise people, the exercise industry, the social media gurus are making exercise so complicated and so long and so boring. It doesn't have to be. So thank you for coming to Romax. Thank you for wanting to be a healthy, fit, strong human being. And please inspire the other people in your life to be healthy, fit and strong. And if you think that this Romax program, where we come and chat every day about how to be healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that you love, be financially free and have great people in your life, and have a great relationship with everybody that you have in your life, even the grumpy, nasty ones, and particularly with the relationship that you have with yourself. Please come and visit me at Romax every day, and please share Romax with the people who you think this special message might add value to their life. Have an awesome, amazing day every single day. And this is my Rowie Happy song. May your Mondays be magical. May your Tuesdays be terrific. May your Wednesdays be very wow. And your Thursdays be thankful. May your Fridays be a fun day. May your Saturdays be super. May your Sundays be sparkly, 'cause you choose them to be. Live your life to the max. Woohoo!